Welcome to movement number 11. This is called Basic Pulling Taffy in the T'ai Chi Chih series. And it's actually the first of 4 taffies in total. And so we're going to spend time learning the basics of Basic Pulling Taffy, and then those basics will apply to the next subsequent 3 taffies, 3 variations of the basic taffy movement. It can be very helpful for you to have a piece of masking tape or some type of line to measure your lateral movement with, so that your feet don't wander and you lose the power of really keeping your feet in a line, so that your dantian is really the thing that shifts the movement from side to side. So I encourage you to get a piece of tape or a line somehow that you can follow. And I'm just going to show you what this movement looks like. And if I'm going to be mirroring you, so I'm going to mirror you. This movement starts to your left. So I'm going to wind up, touch with my heel first in that Tai Chi step, pulling across, and pause. And then I'm going to wind up and go back to the right, stepping with my heel touching down first. And that's considered 1 repetition of basic pulling taffy. So to start with, we're actually going to just work on the weight shift. So sink, and we can recall from carry the ball to the side that we're going to sink and we're going to allow the movement to initiate from the dantian. So I'm going to sink and then let the dantian, if my hands are here at my navel, the center point of my body, sink into my right foot, sink in. And then, the shoulders sort of stay back. They come along for the ride, but they aren't leading. And that's just the important thing to remember. So the weight is on my right. That releases my left heel to step out. And then I'm going to shift my weight across and finish with a waist twist. And if you recall from carry the ball to the side, there's also an untuck and a tuck of the pelvis in this movement. Sink, waist twist, snake out, the right foot, and then tuck and glide across, and waist twist at the end. It's helpful to include the hands with this. So let's do the hand movement, and actually we're not going to do the legs, we're just going to separate into the hands, and then we'll put it together. So it is very helpful to give yourself a little reminder of how to wind up, which hand goes on the bottom, which hand goes on top, and it's very helpful to tap your hand just to give yourself that cue. So let's do that. We're going to tap your left hand and then brush, and that brushing shows that the palm up hand is pointing in the direction, and it's going to, so tap, I start with my left hand, so tap, brush, this winds me up, and I know that this is the palm up hand, so the other hand's going to come on top. And I won't step right now, but let's just do this together. So we're going to untwist, and then pause. Let's do it one more time. Normally we're going to go to one direction and back, but if we do 3 in a row, it'll help your body memory get more familiar. So let's do another one. This is tapping your left hand. Just to remind yourself, you're starting with the left. Brush your pant leg, and that turns that hand into the palm up, and the fingers are pointing in the direction that I want to wind up to start. And then I'm going to untwist. This palm to palm connection is really important as the hands pass. Pause. Let's do one more. You can tap if you want, or you can just brush at this point. Palm to palm, that's very important. Then continue pushing down with the top hand and opening the bottom hand up to the sun. Pause. So Justin has talked about the bottom hand opening up to the sun as the top hand pushes down the thigh, connecting to the earth. This is a certain kind of polarity which we've talked about between the palms. Here we are, polarity down to the earth, up to the sun. There's a great connection there, very important. So now let's do it to the other side. We're going to tap this time your right palm, brush. That tells me, brush tells me that the palm is now up, the fingertips are pointing in the direction that I'm going to twist or wind up. The other hand comes on top, and then to untwist, I'm aware of that palm-to-palm connection. The top hand pushes down the hip, the bottom hand hinges at the elbow, opening palm to the sun. These fingertips stay pointing straight ahead, they don't turn off to the side. Let's try another one. Tap, brush, palm to palm. I'm aware of that connection. Here's also polarity, palm to palm. Separating. Justin talked about that sticky stuff, the taffy quality, the taffy substance, that sticky stuff between your hands. Connect, pull down, take that sticky stuff and throw it against the wall. That's what he used to say. So we can be aware. Let's do it one more time. If you need to tap, go ahead and do so. Brush. Brushing helps turn that hand up. The other hand just comes right on top. And then here's the palm to palm connection. Top hand pushes down the thigh. This hand, bottom hand, hinges at the elbow. Palm up to the sun, and then turn over. Okay, so let's do this with the legs. It's much easier, I promise. We're going to go to your left. So we're going to tap the left hand, brush, wind up. Now, step left, touching with the heel first. Check that your feet are in a line and equal angled. And then pause here, okay? So I'm double weighted, and my palm-to-palm connection is over that first leg. It's not in the middle, okay? So, and then I keep shifting. Top hand pushes down, bottom hand open to the sun. Pick up my foot and pause. Tap, we're going to do 3 to the left and then 3 to the right. This is just for your body memory. Normally you just do 1 back and forth. Tap, brush. Heel touches, freeze. Palm to palm over the first leg if I'm going this direction. This is leg number 1, leg number 2. Leg number 1, palm to palm. Keep shifting to your left. 1 more. Palm to palm, I'm going to pass through that point. Great. Now we're going to go the other direction, 3 to the right. Tap, brush, wind up, touch with the heel first. Here we are now. This is leg number 1, this is leg number 2. Palm to palm over the first leg. Continue to shift your weight, waist twist, pause, tap, brush. Eventually you will not need to tap or brush, but you can for now. And you can for as long as you need to. Tap, brush, wind up, step, touch with the heel first. Keep the feet flat the whole time. Waist twist at the end. And pause. Take a breath. Okay, now let's do basic pulling taffy. 1 set, 2 sets, 3 sets. You may need to watch this video a few times to really get it. It will become much more easy for you to do as you practice it. Tap, brush, starting to the left. Touch with the heel first. Check that your feet are equal angled and in a line. Palm to palm over that first leg. Finish. Pick up the foot completely. Pause. Tap, brush, going the other direction. I'm not going to do the tapping and the brushing, but you certainly may continue. Waist twist, pause, wind up, step. You can always check your foot placement, that's very helpful. Okay. And then the hip swivel, untuck to the back if you're ready for that, then waist twist. Tuck to the front, shift across, waist twist. Pause. So in the taffy movements, there is also that untuck tuck. We untuck to the back, to the first direction that we're moving. We tuck to the front, to the second direction. Even though we pause and come to a conclusion here at the end of the movement, as opposed to carry the ball to the side where it's continuous, we still can include the untuck tuck or hip swivel element to these movements, and it adds a dimensionality that's quite lovely. So that was basic pulling taffy.